this thing on? So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sather-Wagstaff. I'm a faculty member here at NDSU in mathematics. We're here today to affirm our support for academic freedom. And for us to do that effectively, I think we should know what that means, the word academic freedom, and why it's important to the faculty, students, and to the community. Those of you who know me know that I'm a bit of a policy wonk, and so I'm going to inflict my predilections on you by directly quoting from some of NDSU and NDUS policy. The first is just a brief statement from NDUS SBHE Policy 605.1, the good stuff, right? This is the policy on academic freedom, and it's just a brief statement that leads me to some other things. Freedom in scholarship is fundamental to the advancement of knowledge and for the protection of the rights of the faculty members and students. It should be absolutely clear that it's not just a faculty issue, it's an issue for students, and as we'll see, it's an issue for the community as well. This particular policy refers to two items that are important. The first is the AAUP's 1940 Statement of the Principles of Academic Freedom. Page 3. Institutions of higher education are conducted for the common good and not to further the interest of either the individual teacher or the institution as a whole. The common good depends upon the free search for truth and its free exposition. Academic freedom is essential to these purposes and applies to both teaching and research. Freedom in research is fundamental to the advancement of truth. Academic freedom in its teaching aspect is fundamental for the protection of the rights of the teacher and in teaching of the student to freedom in learning. I know, brother. Here's the long one. This is North Dakota State University's own policy from the Policy Manual, Section 325, entitled Academic Freedom. And if I get a little choked up here, forgive me. General principles. The primary responsibility of the academic community is to provide for the enrichment of intellectual experience. Essential to the realization of this ideal is a free and open academic community which takes no ideological or policy position and zealously guards people's right who do take an ideological or policy position the right to do so. Conflict of ideas cannot occur. Sorry, go for it. I teach math, so we don't get a lot of that. Conflict of ideas cannot occur unless there is opportunity for a variety of viewpoints to be expressed. Toleration of what may be error is an inescapable condition of the meaningful pursuit of truth. The academic community must be hospitable, even to closed minds, and it must welcome the conflict of ideas likely to ensue. Academic responsibility to provide opportunity for expression of diverse points of view generates academic freedom. Now there's a section in here for faculty and a section in here for students. Faculty are entitled to full freedom in research and in the publication of results subject to the adequate performance of their other academic duties. They are also entitled to freedom in lecturing or conducting demonstrations in their subject or field of competence. They are entitled, as any other member of the community in which they live, to establish membership in voluntary groups, to seek or hold public office, to express their opinions as individuals on public questions, and to take action in accordance with their views. Cognizant of their responsibilities to the profession and their institution, faculty accept certain obligations. They should attempt to be accurate, to exercise sound judgment, and respect the right of others to express opinions. They must make clear that their actions, statements, and their memberships do not represent the views of the academic community. If there are controls to be exercised over faculty members, they are the controls of personal integrity and the judgment of their colleagues.
Right.
Just as a reminder, this is NDSU policy. Students. So I said that this is important to students, not just faculty. Students are entitled to be taught by unfettered teachers and to have access to all information pertinent to their subjects of study. They are entitled to as complete freedom as possible in selection of their curriculum, their teachers, and their associates. Moreover, they have a right to intellectual disagreement with their instructors and their associates, and to question them without fear or recrimination or punishment. They are also entitled to seek the publication of their views, to seek membership in voluntary groups, to seek or hold public office, and to take lawful action in accordance with their views. Students also have the responsibility to make clear that their actions, memberships, and statements do not represent the views of the academic community. Powerful word from our own policy. These affect every single one of us in our ability to recruit, retain, and promote the best scholars, and that includes faculty and students, and especially applies to female scholars, for which NDSU has already been demonstrated to have a chilly climate. That's really what I wanted to say. We want to encourage everyone to continue making their voices heard on the importance of academic freedom, to continue to call the legislators who have vocally spoken in favor of academic freedom, to tell them that we appreciate their support, to continue writing letters and voicing your concerns, and I thank you all so very much for your support.